Hey, I'm back. I hope I didn't lose everyone. I hope. I'll wait a few minutes and see if I get anybody else to come back. Let's try this. Okay, that was a mad rush trying to find that puppy. Hey, how are you? So, in my first attempt this morning, I had to shut it off really fast. My dog was out. She's a puppy, 4 months old, 5 months old. She was out running up and down the state highway, and I had to go and get her really quick. So that's done. I got her back, and I thought I would come back on and pick up where I left off. Yes. Um, so yes, I'm trying to. She is okay. I don't know what scared her. She's never been out. She's never actually jumped out or crawled under, and so we really don't know what happened. Although um, my heifer had her baby this morning, and there may be some residual cleanup, and there was a couple of turkey buzzards, I guess they were. Hey Christy, hey Weekend RVing, how are you? Um, so these buzzards were up in the pasture, and I guess it scared the puppy, and I don't know how she got out, but Bear, the older one, now he's 10 months old. Well, in October he'll be a year old. He was just going nuts telling on her, and thank goodness my granddaughter was close because she was trying to get her back in, but the poor thing was so scared because she's never been out, and she was running up, I mean, up the road. So I had to get the Jeep and go find her, and then I had to coax her into the Jeep because she's never ridden in a car before. And this is a side by side. She's never ridden in it. So she was scared of that, poor thing. But she'll be 5 months old soon. But she was really scared. Um, the mama cow was right there with the baby, and all I can think of is those buzzards scared her, and maybe one of them come after her. I don't know, since I wasn't up there, but we got her out of the road. We got her back in the car, drug her back. I did put her in the crate because she needed to settle down. She was a little bit, I mean, frightened. So I put her in her crate to get her settled down a little bit, and then I'll go back in a few minutes when I finish here and let her out and love on her a little bit more. And but it is scary because that's a state road that's probably 80 feet from, you know, we're pretty close to the road. I guess we were they put the road in between two houses when they bring the road in, but we didn't, you know, otherwise the farmhouse would be a lot further away from the road. But they decided the road needed to be there, and they just kind of grandfathered us in. So, what'd you say, Christy? I have a dog like that, scared of many things, but still an excellent guardian dog. Yeah, and I don't. She's never been scared of anything. You know, she does a wide step around the goats. She and Bear both live in the goat pen, and there's sheep in there, and there's pigs in there, and she's not really afraid of any of them. So I don't know what scared her so bad that she wanted out of that pen. And all I can think of is those turkey buzzards, because we have a new baby calf for anybody who hadn't heard yet. And I just had to share the news with you. it was like 7 o'clock this morning. Um, my daughter-in-law was going to school and she said, "Linda, we have a baby." And I mean, I was just out there an hour before. My daughter was out there an hour before. I know it's exciting, Christy. Let me see if I can get the pictures up now. I had closed my phone. Let's see if I can get it close enough y'all can see her. Can you tell? She is her mama is a cross with red Angus and um black Angus, and I think her lineage, she is called a limousine cow, which she has her daddy is a Brahma. And so the mama's daddy. But isn't she pretty? She's got that pretty little red color. She looks like a big baby there. Let me see if I can get another picture of her. She looks like a big baby, but she's actually a small baby. Her little head. She's got the longest eyelashes. I mean, they got to be that long. That's the one thing about baby calves. Their eyelashes are so sweet. And she let me get right up near her, right up on top of her. The mama didn't seem to mind. Although this morning, my son and grandson decided they wanted to get a little closer look. Uh, Christy says she does look big in the picture. Yeah, she's probably she might be 15 or 20 pounds. I don't know. We'll try to weigh her later with somebody holding her if we can, if mama will let us. But Casey decided he wanted to get a little closer to her this morning and see what she was. We were trying to figure out because she still had the umbilical and he couldn't tell if it was a boy or girl. And so he had to get a little bit closer to see if he could see any body parts. And I guess she yelled out, "Ma." And mama came after him. She really did come after him. But mama she's a beautiful, beautiful cow. And let's see if I have a really pretty, a really good one of the mama. There's mama. So you can see that red Angus in her, and you can see her torn ear. She had one of them darned old tags in her ear, and she ripped it out. But she's a really good mama. So, but we had moved her 2 weeks ago when we discovered that the coyotes were close. Um, they were in the bottom of the pasture, and that's where they hang out. Hey, Ace Fly One, how are you? So nice to see you again. From North Carolina. Yeah, we're just neighbors. Um, I was just telling everyone about my new baby calf that that we had this morning. I have to bring this. I really need a bigger picture so that everybody can see how pretty she is. But she's got the prettiest little red coloring on her. And if you were here, you would want to get in the pasture and just love on her. I mean, she's just laying there, just waiting for somebody. And I scratched her nose, and she let me get really close. Um, but she's a nice, healthy looking baby, really healthy looking. So, luckily, 2 weeks ago is when we moved her out of the big pasture. But we've had at least two fox and a baby. We've had at least one coyote that we got on the camera. Have I named her yet? No. You know what? Um, the mama calf belongs to my husband. The kids got her for him, but 2 years, almost 3 years ago, Christmas, I guess. And I asked him the other day, I said, "Did you ever name your cow? What are we calling her?" And he said something, and honestly, I can't remember what he was calling her, Mama Cow or something. I'm not sure. It was something. It wasn't personalized. So now he's going to have to name the mama and the baby. So we're so excited. The last baby we had here was about 3 years ago, and it was a little bull. So we're excited to have a little heifer this time. Um, we have two other steers, and we have a couple that we're raising for beef. And so everybody say hi to everybody. For those who don't know, let's see, Christy, do you know, you might not know Ace Fly One. Um, I have not been on a lot of lives lately. Thank you, thank you. Um, but I really miss getting on the lives, and sometimes they hit right when I have to do feeding. Hey, this old helmet, it's strap on spelled backwards, is no parts. So cool. But so we had 5 cows before, and we did send two to freezer camp, and then we uh, took the others to market. And we weren't going to add any more cows, but my husband really loved the cows, so the kids went together and bought him some cows. And the little bulls belong to the kids, and the little heifer belongs to him. But of course, you know, we split everything because, that's just us. But we're not going to eat her. We're just going to keep her, I think. It's hard to say you could, send that one to the freezer camp, because she is, to me, she's show quality. She really is a pretty, pretty, healthy looking baby. And golly, I cannot believe the most beautiful eyes. I mean, really, um, she has she has the most gorgeous eyes. But I went back out there just before I got on, and she let me love on her, and I couldn't hold the camera and do it too. So, but she did let me love on her, and Mama stood right there, and she was 20 steps away, and she didn't seem to care. So she's going to be a good watchful mama, but she's not mean. So that's a good thing. But now that I've chased the dog and we got a new calf, it's been a busy morning. Dental surgery, and then I have an appointment this afternoon. Somebody wants to come and take photographs for a local website, and that's pretty cool because they put they put all the information about our farm on the county website. And so it's just free advertising, and it just kind of gets the word out there that we're here. We still do family visits, so this is a good thing. We'll I just did a couple last week. We invite families to come and play with the animals and take photographs, if they want to. And we don't charge, but we do ask if they would like to give a donation to the feed sack. Then we definitely take it. And everyone is usually very generous. And it's kind of nice when you don't have to pay to go see something. You really just you donate what you can afford to donate. And I have as many adults that want to play with the animals as I do the kids. Probably more adults. I don't know if they've ever had exposure um, to animals on farms. You had your premiere last night. Oh no, and I missed it. For once, I went to bed early instead of staying up till 1 o'clock, because I had this dental surgery this morning, and I knew that I had to get up at 6 a.m. and get those animals fed before I went. So I will go back and watch your premiere. Give you a little time. Christy, you're sitting in the ICU with your brother. Oh my goodness. I hope he's doing okay. Um, or he feels better soon. I hate to hear that. Um, so yeah, so it has been kind of a busy day. Um, Dental surgery is not. It gives me a headache every time they give those shots in the afternoon. I'll get a headache when my feeling starts coming back. Actually, it's coming back pretty good now. I'm not drooling on myself so much, but so this is the last surgery, and then I can make my partials to fill in my teeth where the goats knocked my teeth out. Well, only one. They only broke one. The others, just needed it. He got put back in ICU yesterday. Oh no. Well, we're sending you our prayers. Um, but yeah, I just earlier Kathy was on, and I lost several people because I just had to cut it. I mean, I had to actually end the stream in the middle of talking to go rescue my puppy. And but it's good to see you guys. It's just one of those days. So, what is the weather like with everybody? Today we are overcast. I think it's only maybe 90, which is much better than 100 plus 10% heat index. So we're actually doing pretty good. Um, we are going to get some rainstorms tonight. Yeah, thanks, Donna. The day is going to get better. I do have a bee class tonight. Um, it's about honeybees and pollinators. So I'm going to go in, and you just never have too much knowledge. The bees know what to do, but I just want to make sure. Hey, walking with Tamsin, how are you in Scotland? How is the weather where you're at? We are doing pretty good. Christy says it's nice here, 80s with a little overcast. Okay, that's good. Overcast is great. And Donna's in Bakersfield and it's 102. Oh, 80. 80 in the morning and it's going to be up to 102. Walking with Tamsin is 25 Celsius in the pool. Okay, convert that for me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Um, I could look it up, but oh no, bad typing. Um, yeah, 102. That's hot. That's hot. Um, Tamsin says very warm for Scotland. Really? One day I really want to go to Scotland. We started doing genealogy research. Well, I did back in 85. That's how long I've been doing genealogy. And I did um, discover that my Barrett side of the family originally came from Europe, Scotland, Ireland, d- different places, but Scotland was one of them, and I've always wanted to go. So maybe one day, maybe. Um, but in the meantime, we love seeing your videos. If do you have videos? I should come visit. So many of my American subscribers have Scottish ancestry. Yes, yes. Um, it was just one of the we also have Quaker ancestry, and I through DNA I actually discovered a cousin who lives he lives in Alabama. He's a professor at a college over there, and he did research on the Quakers, which is so interesting. Um, I love history. That is one of my favorite. Yes. Um, and German, you got Quaker. Do you have German roots also? Um, so yes, and they were traced to South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. He traced them there when they came to America. They escaped because of persecution, but he's shared a lot of his information with me. He is writing a book, and he didn't really know me, but we discovered we were cousins, and he said, "I'll be glad to share if you're interested in reading it." He said, "But don't share it online, if you will." He said, "Because I'm writing a book." So I didn't, but that was the most interesting things, reading about their meetings in their homes and hiding, their faith. So it was very interesting. And I didn't share it. I didn't put it on any of my family files because I told him I would not. So now I need to follow up and find out if he's written the book so that I can buy the book and have all of the information. But that was totally awesome. But so yes, love it, love it. We have a lot of subscribers that from all over the world. I'm amazed at how easy it is to reach out. Christy says my older sister is the one who has researched the family. Oh, very good, very good. That's one of the things that I think schools are lacking is they don't focus on where we all came from. We all come from different places. Um, but, in the beginning, we all started in many of the same places. So, it's just the kids don't have any idea. Some of them don't even know their grandparents' name. Their grandparents, not their great greats or anything. Their actual grandparents. They know them as Nana and Papa or Granny or whatever, Mima, whatever you call your grandparents. Many of them do not have any idea um, what their given names were, uh, where they came from. They just don't have any idea. Um, and my kids probably get tired of hearing me talk about it, but I do share a lot of stuff with them. And I even found my Indian roots with the help of some sisters and brothers, and we all did genealogy. So we've traced our Indian roots, and we are Chickamauga Cherokee. And we actually turned our paperwork in and we have a Cherokee number. Now we're not federally recognized, our tribe, which many tribes are not federally recognized yet. So it takes many, many years. They've been working on it for about 15 years now. And so that is a difficult thing. Let's see. Tamsin says we have traced our family back to the 1500s. One side of my family went to America over 200 years ago. Wow, that is awesome. And Eva says, I do our family genealogy too, have connected with cousins on the East Coast and some from Poland and Slovakia. Oh my goodness. Christy Betts, it's good to know what your ancestors went through. Then you can say, I came from tough stuff. Yes. Hey, our treasured home, how are you? We started out talking about my new baby calf and then my puppy, and now we're into genealogy. Our talks go down rabbit holes sometimes, but I love genealogy. That is one of my favorite things. Um, when we when we did the DNA, it was really awesome. Let's see, my son did ancestry, and we are German, French, and has indigenous American Indian. Oh, that is fantastic. I was telling them that we are Chickamauga Cherokee. And so I've traced, um, I started tracing, geez, back in the 80s. And it took a long time with help with cousins and siblings. We finally got all the information we needed. And there's 27 of my family members that actually have I think there's 27 that have their roll numbers. And so we're waiting one day when we get federally recognized, then, there could be um, college tuitions, different things for our grandchildren and great grandchildren. It's not going to affect me at my age, I'm sure, but for the future generations, it will. So, yes, genealogy is really close to my heart. I love it. And like I said, I've been doing it since the 80s. And I mean, we were doing it by paper trail then. You know, there wasn't as much online and not as near as accessible as it is right now. So it was really fantastic searching. I have been in places that my mother and dad, my grandparents have walked. And it's pretty cool, that we've actually been in the counties. We've discovered we've discovered cemeteries out in the middle of the woods, and yeah. So, oh, I'm glad you came in, Christy. I'm glad you came in, and I'm sure we'll see you in a couple of days. I hope everything goes well and you take care, okay? Hey, Chief, should put my glasses on. Skitty, that's cool. How are you doing? And where are you from? And how's your weather today? I'm just doing a little simple survey. It's overcast here, early 90s, low 90s, not really humid. Big storm later though, which is good for us. We need it. Donna said two great granddaughters. That is okay. Wait, I missed something. Oh, we still have some family children, and two of my grandsons' babies. Have to add them to the roll. Yes, um, that's the thing. When these new babies come along, it's easier to go ahead and get their paperwork taken care of. Melbourne, Florida. Sunny day. Oh, you're always as sunny there, aren't you? Oh, yes. My friend Kathy lives pretty close there, Cocoa. Um, pretty close. High in the 75, but 100% humidity, Columbus, Ohio. Really? So getting some rain. That is nice. 2 weeks ago when I was gone, uh, I was in California 7, 8 days. When I came back, we had 5 inches of rain while I was gone, and the grass was knee high. The cows loved it, absolutely loved it. Oh, yeah, let me show you guys my new baby. Um, my new baby calf that I found this morning. She is something else. That is the silkiest baby I have ever seen. Silky, silky. But, let's see if I can get a better one. But she's got her red Angus is coming out on her. Thank you. Um, Her mama is Red Angus and Black Angus and Brahma. Um, they call them limousine cattle here. They're supposed to be beefier if you're raising them for beef cattle. They're supposed to be beefier, and you can see she's a healthy little thing, and her mama is the most beautiful. Look at her mama, how pretty she is. She's really not half and half. She's got red all over her. It's just the angle. I guess I took the picture, but she's got some gorgeous, gorgeous red coloring. When she was little, she was real fuzzy and had long, um, just thick, her little baby coat. When we first got her, she was like 4 months old. And she was just real fuzzy, and all that red was just adorable. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of her. And we did, for those who don't know, we did move her to a pasture close to the house because we have coyotes that have been seen on our trail cam, and we have fox. Of course, what else did we have? We had fox and her baby. We've had at least one and maybe two coyotes, and we're talking a couple of 100 yards from the pasture that she's in now. So we did move her 2 weeks ago just because we knew she was going to drop that calf soon, and we didn't want to take any chances of a coyote coming in. And they're traveling between 3:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. That's usually when they come through, and she dropped this baby between 6:30 and 7. So I think we made the right decision by bringing her back up to the house, even though she was not happy to be out of the big pasture with her other. There's three more cows over there, and she was not happy. Oh yeah, we have to get these critters and take care of them because we're missing ducks and chickens. They've taken four of our baby goats, and I say babies with they're about 2 months old. They were weaning age, and they tried to take a small adult. The last coyote tried actually had it in its mouth, and one of the bulls actually hit the coyote and knocked it down, and was able to save that little one, and she's doing fine. She didn't have any puncture marks. She only had this really sloppy, wet um, around the back of her neck. So he was not able to puncture her artery yet. And thank goodness we were able to save her. So we've been on the hunt. We've been looking for this thing, and they are elusive. I'm telling you, they're hiding out. They're eating the neighbor's ducks. So if they haven't been back in a week because the neighbor got them, then good for them. Yeah, it's just one of those things. We haven't had a fox here in a couple of years, and we had 2, and, they were eating all of our ducks, and they just took them right off the pond, took them right off. So, no, predators are, it's just a way of life, and yeah, they do have to eat, but, I'm not feeding them. I'm not gonna feed them. So, but other than that, and then having to chase my puppy down the state highway, it's been kind of a boring morning for us. Um, yeah, it would be good if the neighbor got them. It would, because I'm missing so many ducks. I really don't know how many. We have an excess of ducks and chickens and roosters right now because Georgia was on a lockdown for about 4 months. So um, we could not take our extra roosters or ducks to the livestock auction. And that's some of the ways that I actually raise money to pay for the feed for my rescues. And mind you, these rescues are not like typical dog and cat rescues. The farm animal rescues, they come here and they usually stay here. Um, Sometimes they're old, sometimes they're hurt, and it takes a long time to recoup and get them healthy. But we do take their young and we adopt their young, and the feed that we use that to help pay for the hay and the feed and I do most of my own medical care because I've learned to do it with so many animals. um, it's just a necessity. If I need a vet, I have a vet that lives right down the road, and he's very good about helping me, telling me what I need to get in order to treat them if I have an issue. So, but yeah, that's just how we survive, and we cannot survive if the wild animals are picking off. So we have all these extra ducks and chickens, and now we can take them to the auction. So I've given it a little bit of time because everybody's going to be taking them to the livestock auction. So I want them to be worth something that I fed them for 6 months. And the feed is all so expensive right now. Our treasured home. I'm glad you're able to do treat. Yes, I do treatment when I need to. I I trim their hooves, of course, and we do preventative um, maintenance. We give them their boosters every year. I've just started shearing because I have trouble finding someone who will shear for me. So um, my shearing is not pretty, but pretty doesn't matter, And I do save the fiber. I'm washing. I've already washed one of the sheep's wool, and right now I'm picking the alpaca wool that I have set aside. They roll in the hay constantly, and I will put a video up probably by the end of the week of what I'm doing with that. And eventually on my other channel, which is Little Wendy's Daydreaming, that is my arts and crafts channel. So that's where I do my fiber work, my yarn. So I've been learning to spin yarn too. So y'all listen, I will try anything once. If it works out, it does. And if it doesn't, then, I probably won't try it again, or maybe a second time I might try it. So, but I don't want to waste the wool that is not usable, that is matted, it's got poo in it, and that organic matter. Okay. Um, that wool goes into the garden. So, regardless, we're going to be able to use it, and we won't waste it. There's too many things these days that are wasted, and things that are too expensive. Let's see. You know what? I just about talked myself out. Um, I gotta go check on the puppy. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Definitely. I just had to share about my new baby calf. And I'm sure you'll be seeing more videos. You'll see video of her this afternoon, I'm sure, if I can get that done. But I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with me. And I will try to give you an update next Wednesday. Everything works out. And hope y'all have a good weekend. And I will see you again. Bye.